Hi and welcome back. My name is Jörg, which is German for George here at Find a Job in Germany. And with me today is my business partner,
Tammo. Welcome, everybody.
Today we're sharing some exciting news. As you may have heard, Germany has a new immigration law, and we want to talk about what it means for you. So here we go. So after some struggle in Parliament, Germany passed a new immigration law, and it's actually liberalizing the already quite liberal existing law. And there are some changes, especially for tech and IT professionals. Tammo, is that right?
Yeah, well, to make a long story short, Germany's finally opened up, and even more, that means it's even easier for you to come to Germany in the future. So the laws, especially for certain visas, is lifted, and maybe we talk about that. But first, let's talk about why did they do that change finally. Maybe you can say something about that.
Exactly. It's really important for those of you who are not in Germany to understand what current public debates are all about. You hear it on the news, you hear it all over social media, you hear it and read it everywhere. And that's a term called Fachkräftemangel. Fachkräftemangel essentially means skilled labor shortage. There's a shortage of skilled people in Germany. Every company is kind of facing this issue, right? And it's also severe for tech and IT people, right?
Exactly. I just researched some numbers, and it is quite obvious. There are some research saying like until 2030, more than 1.1 million people in tech and IT alone are missing. Mm-hmm. That is a huge number.
That's a McKinsey or BCG study, something like that we read. And already years ago, there had been a publication from another foundation in Germany, and they already said back in 2019 or 2020, as I recall correctly, that Germany needs 400,000 immigrants to Germany every year if, the lifestyle, if the society as it is today wishes to secure its level. So can you maybe talk a little more about the political dimension that this has and what it means maybe for those who are watching?
Exactly. So slowly now, I think years ago already, a visa type called Blue Card was introduced, which made it quite easy for university people with a university degree to come to Germany if they studied in certain fields like IT, engineering, and so on, and if they met a certain salary threshold. And the new law now says that especially for guys who want to apply for a Blue Card, it is way easier. So now, if you're working in tech and IT, you do not have to have a university degree to get the Blue Card. And also the salary threshold was lifted. Now I think it is only 3,500 euros a month.
So we're talking about 42,000 gross per annum?
43,800 a year. So that will make it way easier for people to come here. That is the first thing. So before that, to give a little bit of a background, if you do not have a university degree, which is recognized in Germany, the visa process, you could apply for a visa, but the visa process took very long, like even up to 6-8 months. Now that it's lifted, if you apply for a Blue Card now, like with a university degree, it takes, from some places in India, it takes 2 weeks. Like places from Bangalore, it takes 2 weeks to get the visa at the moment. And that will even speed up in the future, and that will also be the case for people without a university degree. So that is will do a big change for many people.
So to sum this up, we have people that are now eligible for a Blue Card without a university degree. That's the first major change. And the second change is, as Tammo said, that you no longer need to have at least above 56 or 58,000 euros per year as an annual salary. It also totally suffices for you to have less, and then you qualify for it. Blue Card, by the way, means you apply for a category type visa, and then you get it when you're here.
And another big change is that, the university degree from your home country, like if you had studied in Pakistan, in India, wherever, does not need to be recognized in Germany anymore. Before that, if you wanted to apply for a visa, you need to check if that university degree is recognized in Germany. And if that is not recognized, you need to go through a lengthy recognition process, which costs money and time, and which was just like a hustle. And that is lifted as well. So from now on, then once the new law is in place, a university degree, if it's recognized in your home country, is enough to apply for a visa. And that for the blue card, and that will speed up the process again tremendously.
Very good. Let's talk about the factual side of the new law. The one thing is the law, the one thing is the legal fine print, so to speak. How's this all going to work out? We have had issues, and people have also talked about this, where, you have a contract, you have a legal relationship with a company, and then you're actually looking for extending your stay, you're looking into settling down permanently, and then you don't get an appointment with the Ausländerbehörde, which is the immigration office here in Germany. How does that really, play out? What do you think is going to be the next, step? What are the next things to look out for when it comes to not just applying for jobs, but then relocating?
Yeah, you're right. Like, bureaucracy is the biggest struggle in this whole visa process. Getting no appointments, waiting for the appointment and so on. But what we saw in the last 6 months, that if the political pressure is there and the political will is there, change is done quite quickly. I mean, we have that example in India, New Delhi. A few, 8-9 months ago, the visa process in New Delhi took 6-8 months because you could just not get an appointment. What happened? A couple of months back, our Chancellor, Scholz, visited India, and now suddenly you can, he made this an issue, obviously. He talked about that, and now if you apply we had clients of us who applied for the visa in New Delhi recently, and it took 3 weeks and they got there.
Same effect in Bangalore, where we were also looking at an average waiting time of 6 to 7 weeks. People had to put themselves on wait lists. And then we got the news, there is no longer a wait list. You can just directly book your appointment. And then usually when you have your appointment, we're looking at another 2 to 3 weeks after until you get your passport back. And then you can pretty much pack your bags and fly.
Yeah. So what I expect is once the new law is fully there, so we expect that it's going to be implemented fully, earliest by mid of next year.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there will be some troubles with bureaucracy, getting appointments and so on. But what we also saw, if the political parties here in Germany want to push this can be done quite quickly. And we hope so that at least by the end of next year, everything will run smoothly. And yeah,
very true.
The process will not be the problem for them.
Tammo, one final question. Let's talk about the companies that are hiring globally, that are also going to be using this law to hopefully hire more talent from abroad, especially those people who are watching right now. From our experience, how does it usually work? What companies should one look out for? Why are there still companies that are reluctant to board people on who are not yet in Europe, especially in Germany?
Well, obviously, if you're applying from outside, you should apply for English-speaking jobs, first of all. And still, there are English-speaking jobs when companies tell you, we cannot sponsor the visa. So that is the case. But if you're apply for English-speaking jobs. And most companies who are not hiring from abroad yet are probably afraid of the visa process since it is still too complicated.
So it's a mindset change that needs to kick in. How long is that going to take?
I don't know. It probably takes a while, but I cannot predict that. But
the more, let's just share from our experience, the more companies are making a positive experience with a proper immigration process that does not take long, day in, day out, the more there are of these companies, the more willingness and the more, options you're going to find on job boards, job portals, in the market in general.
Yes, and adding on to that, I think we forgot one or two things, or we should talk about one or two things. One is the so-called Chancenkarte.
Like an opportunity card, yeah.
Yes. So what the new law enhances as well, speaking about the job hunting process. So if you really want to get a job at the moment, you could apply for a job seeker visa. Come to Germany, look for a job here, which is really complicated at the moment. It does usually not work out.
And we've also covered that in one of the other videos, so you might want to watch that also.
But now in the new law, there is a new opportunity card where everybody can come to Germany, who's working in tech&IT can come to Germany and start looking for a job here for 12 months and then start working immediately.
That's also based on a points system, is that right?
So, for example, if you have a university degree, a bachelor, that's 4 points. If you have, I think, more than 2 years of work experience, that's another 3 points. So all in all, you need 6 points to get that card and come here. So for an IT professional with a university degree and work experience,
you easily fulfill that requirement.
Yeah. So the question is now, if you have that card, how fast can you really change that card into a work visa once you're here? If that is done fast, I think that opportunity card could be a great chance for people to come here. It could work out much better than the job seeker visa, which is obviously not doing what it should do. But also, guys, look out for that opportunity card. We expect this to come into place by mid of next year, and then let's see how that works. If bureaucracy, if it's fast, then it's a great chance.
I was just gonna say paperwork, bureaucracy. Everybody working in these authorities, everybody working in these offices, be it in the consulate or the VFS that some of you may know from the local consulates that you're dealing with, or even immigrations here. All of the people working there are saying they're heavily overworked. Okay, fair enough. But second, they're also going to have to get used to all the new laws. They're going to have to get used to the practices and the practical implications that come with the new laws. So really, please expect some time for all of this to smoothen and to slowly but surely then iron itself out. And we're probably going to be looking at least 6 months, if not more.
That's true. That's definitely true. And maybe to end up this video, another really positive thing which we could find in this law is that for the moment now, if you get the work visa, obviously you get the visa, your wife gets a dependent visa, your kids can come, yeah? That's not a problem. But now with the new law, it should also be allowed to bring your parents.
Okay.
And even your parents-in-law. The thing is, you can bring them here, but they cannot benefit from the social welfare system here. But anyway, I mean, even for now, they have to apply for a tourist visa to come here for 3 months. So now if you want to bring them, you can bring them. They can stay here for a few months, going back. And so that's way easier than before.
Also a very important improvement for some of the people who are looking into that. I know from personal experience, we have been in touch with people who were concerned about their parents, especially during COVID, and then afterwards of not being able to bring them here, and how does that actually work. Also here, that's good news. You want to watch that, you want to monitor that and track that carefully on how it really also plays out in practice. But I also personally feel that's a really good decision.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you want to come here, you want to see your parents from time to time. I mean, not flying back to India.
No doubt about that. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Tammo. We hope that you really got some information out of this. We will keep you updated on this. Also, as we get more information for us, it's also very, very important news to share, of course. We deal with the legalities and the legal stuff of people relocating to Germany on a daily basis. That's what we do as a bread and butter business at Find a Job in Germany. And if you're interested in our personal coaching program, of course, you should back a good book, a get-to-know call, get in touch with us, send your CV. Then Paul, who's behind the camera right now, will give you a call, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. Tammo, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, we forgot one thing. To get the visa, you need to get a job offer first, the contract, right?
Very true. Employment contract. That's the key. All the best. See you soon.